Question for you. Do you choose your beliefs? You probably believe that the typical color of a cloudless sky in the daytime is blue, but did you consciously decide that you believed it was blue? This question delves into the nature of belief formation and whether our beliefs are consciously chosen or subconsciously influenced by external factors or internal predispositions. Are we truly in control of what we believe, or are our beliefs shaped by our upbringing and environment? Hey philosophers, I'm Jonas, and this is Philosophy Friday. Welcome to the channel where we invite everyone to answer interesting questions. Don't forget to check out the question for next week so you can be part of the conversation. Today's question: do we really choose our beliefs? Beliefs are fundamental to our perception of reality, but do we consciously choose them, or are they the result of our environment and experience? You probably believe that the Declaration of Independence was signed in 1776. Who is this guy? Of course, you've never heard of any other possibility, so you're probably right. But what would happen if scholars discovered that the Declaration on display in Washington is a copy of an original that was signed in 1775? Now this guy thinks National Treasures is real? You'd be right to be skeptical. I know I'd be. But given enough evidence, we'd probably change our opinions with time. But did we choose to change our minds, or did we simply start believing something once new information and evidence became impossible to ignore? Some philosophers argue that beliefs are involuntary responses to perceived truths or experiences, while others believe that we have a certain level of control over what we choose to accept as truth. Philosopher William James suggested that we might choose our beliefs in cases where evidence is not definitive, while others, like David Hume, argue that belief is more about sentiments than choices. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you believe this content is worth it. And if you don't, I hope you'll change your mind. Or, that something will change your mind. Let's see what our community has to say. Eloy Meyeralt says, I watched a series on Netflix that had two endings. One that was imagined, and the other real, that was contrived and unrealistic, that was intended to save everybody. That was stupid, and I chose to believe that the original framing was the real one, with the tragic ending. Kefir writes, I don't think you can choose what exactly you believe, but I do think you can expose yourself to new information or new environments that can then change your beliefs inadvertently. What those new beliefs would be is, again, out of our control. John Paul User writes, you choose to believe in something until the evidence is stacked against it. Like, when I saw my mother put toys in my stocking one Christmas is when I stopped believing in Santa. Luigi Press 1 says, I made my own theories and added everything about the world into my theory until it was about as complicated as Greek mythology. Still don't know how I did that at age 7. Thank you so much for your comments. It's people like you that make this channel possible. You make some interesting points, but I have to wonder if the choices you indicated were consciously made. Let's start with Eloy. Because you didn't like the ending of the show you watched, you chose to believe the alternative ending was a better one. But could you have chosen to like the original ending? Could you have decided that it was more realistic? John Paul, you saw evidence that contradicted your belief in Santa Claus. Could you have just decided that Santa was still real and ignored the evidence? And Luigi Press 1, you sound like you were a pretty fun 7-year-old. This is my take. I honestly still haven't made up my mind on this, but I'm very skeptical that we do have conscious choice over our beliefs. You see, when I have a decision to make, I think about it for a while, weigh my feelings, and listen to what others think about the subject. And then I usually make a decision, assuming I'm not suffering from analysis paralysis on that day. But I didn't choose my feelings on the topic. I just had them. Nor did I choose my reaction to what other people had said. And maybe most interesting, I honestly don't know where the thoughts I had came from that influenced my opinions. They just came. And so while it feels like I'm making a choice, I must wonder if I'm really in control over my beliefs when I don't know where their respective catalysts came from. Yeah, I think I believe that. Thanks for watching, and keep questioning. So what do you think? Do we choose our beliefs? Comment below with your thoughts. And if you like this video, then join our conversation for next week about what animals are most important on screen now. It's people like you who make these videos possible, and the best way to keep this community going is by joining the conversation, and you might be featured in next week's video.